Hey there, I am Parth Doshi, exploring the field of RPA and sharing my learnings with you by making videos. So this video is going to be on UiPath forms. In this video, we are going to build an interesting small project, you can say, using UiPath forms. So first, let me give you a quick overview of what we are going to build in this particular video. So in this video, we are solving a case where we screen students. So let me start with an short, you can say, prerequisite or something. So what we are doing is in colleges when there are placements and all going on. So some companies when they come, they need a list of students which have CGPA above some particular range or value. So if say considering my college, they give CGPA out of 4. So when the company comes for placement, some company asks that we will go ahead only with the students after first round who have CGPA more than 3, more than 3.25, or maybe more than 3.5 sometimes. So in that case, what the placement department does, it sees the list of students. They tell students to enter their CGPA and all that. They get a file ready, and after that they use that file to filter the students and do that process complete manually. So here what we are doing is, once the file is ready, an Excel file is ready, we are building a process using UiPath forms which the end user can directly use. Screen It will automatically screen the student based on the branch he selects in UiPath form, and a mail will be sent to him along with that file. So let's see how we can build this complete process. Now first let me show you the file we have over here with us, that is students details. So in the file, we basically have name, email, phone number, and their CGPA of the students. So as we know, we have 4 branches considering engineering colleges: computer, mechanical, EXTC, and civil. In this, there are different data of students. Okay, and we see we have the CGPA over here. So now we are going to build a UiPath form in which it will let the user or let the end user select the branch, that is computer, mechanical, EXTC, or civil. And second option will be there is the threshold he wants for the CGPA. Maybe he wants only the students who have greater than equal to 3, who have greater than equal to 3.25, who have greater than equal to 3.5. So we are going to build that complete UiPath form now in this particular video. So first what we are doing is we are reading all the Excel file and creating a data table for each branch. So we can see I've used Excel application scope. I'm using read range activity to read my computer, mechanical, EXTC, and then civil. So this right now we have 4 different data tables with us of each branch. Now selecting depending upon the user input, we are going to filter them. So this was the first step in this particular process. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create a form. Now to use form activities of UiPath, you need to install a package called UiPath.form activities. Now once you have installed it, in the activities panel, you will be able to see create form activity, which I have simply dragged over here. Now this is just one project we are building, but if you want to learn UiPath forms in details, I have a complete playlist of more than 10 videos already. You can check that out. So now opening the form designer, and I have already created the form to save the time of building it in this video, but I will explain you all the steps how you can do it yourself. So the first you can see screening of students based on CGPA. This I have added an HTML content, you can say. So when you drag this element over here, content, you can add heading, paragraph, and all that editing you can do. So what I have done is I have selected heading 2, the font family, and whatever text I want to type, I have given over here just to make the form a pretty attractive. So for that, I have headed this. So now after that, what I have done is I have used a layout called columns to create these 2 columns over here side by side. Now after that, this is the first drop down that I'm creating from basic components. You can see over here, select the branch name. Let us see what I have added in that. So now going to the data, here I have given the name, select the branch name. In data, I have the values. So here we are giving user 4 options. select computer, mechanical, EXTC, and civil. So now you can see there is the label and it has its value. So when you access this particular data, so suppose you want to exit outside the form what user had selected, then when you select, it will show you this particular value and not this label. Now once done that, now field key. Coming to field key. Field key is what we use outside the form through form fields collection to get the data outside the form and use it for further processing. So this is the one simple drop down which we have created. Now the second drop down is going to be select threshold CGPA. In this data is going to be 3, value is 3, 3.25, value is 3.25, 3.5, value is going to be 3.5. Now again you can see the similar drop down I have, and here the field key is select one. So now I have these two drop downs and I have a submit button. So what is basically going to happen is when user selects these two, we are going to access the data outside the form and we are going to do the further processing. Let me show you the preview. So this is how our form will look like. So let's proceed further. Now we have successfully completed the second step of our project. First was reading the Excel file and saving the data. Second was creating the form and saving it. So now after creating the form, what we are going to do is we are going to use a switch case activity. Okay, so before going to that, let me tell you how we can access the drop down data outside the form. So you create the out arguments in your form field collection that are data bindings. So select branch was my field key. I had to create some variable. Select one was my for the other drop down, and here the type is double. Why double? Because I want the decimal values. Now I'm doing a switch case depending upon the branch the user has entered. So now this is also good. You can say I could use something else as well, but switch case is the most easiest, and you can say in short steps I'm getting my work done. So in computer I'm filtering the data. In filter data you can see the computer DT which I've read before. I'm passing that, and I'm keeping only the columns of CGPA which are greater than equal to my CGPA value, threshold value that user has entered into the form. So this is how I'm filtering the data and I'm writing into that file. Now second thing I'm doing is same for mechanical. You can see just changing the data tables and the value of the CGPA. Again going to EXTC, same thing, and going to civil, the same thing. So now this is how we can use switch case to make our process more faster and simpler. So explaining it again, there are 4 cases of select branch, computer, mechanical, EXTC, and civil. We are filtering the data respectively, and then we are saving it into an Excel file. So we are doing a right range activity that will be available over here. A filtered data file will be available over here. Once that is done, what we are doing is when we have the data filtered, then only we can ask the user, please enter your email ID. So I'm just using a simple input dialog where I'm writing the asking the user to enter his email ID. So once that is entered, I'm saving it in an variable email. So now I'm using a send SMTP mail message. To is going to the email which I have read before. Then I have subject, then I have body. So I have written a bit, you can say message hello, comma, environment.newline is to write the message on the next line, the following text after that. Please find the attached Excel file of screen students for this particular branch with more than this particular CGPA. Kind regards, placement department. Okay, so after that in attach files I am using send SMTP, so it is going to use my Gmail account. Here I have given the path of my file that I'm going to attach. So this is basically just a complete path over here. Now this was the last and the final step. So you see our workflow is divided simply into 4 steps. One is first reading the data, second is asking the user and filtering the data, third is asking the email ID, and fourth is sending the mail to that particular email ID. Now here, as you can see, we have completely built our workflow. And now we are going to see if we are getting the desired output or not. So let me just run the file. Now the form is going to prompt to us. You can use any mailing, like you can use Outlook or any other if you want. Here I'm just using Gmail because I've been using that since a long time. Okay, so you see the form is pretty much attractive. It's not like it's any some basic kind of form. It seems like there is some system to the end user. Let me select computer over here, and I'm going to select 3.25. So now what will happen is, in switch case, it will go to computer case. It will select, it will filter based on 3.25 greater than equal to, and I'm going to click on submit. Now it will ask me for my email ID in an input dialog. So I'm going to put my email ID. Okay, parthdoshi244@gmail.com. So this is going to be my email ID, and okay. Now the mail should be sent, and we'll check. Okay, so the mail is already been sent. Let's first see the file is created or not. Okay, we have the filtered data along with the headers. Now here only we can verify that all the students GPA is greater than 3.5, as we can see here in the list. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check my mail, refresh it, and I have the data over here. So this was the above mail was first I had sent to test the workflow. And now you can see, hello, please find the attached Excel file of screen students for computer with more than 3.25 CGPA. Kind regards, placement department. You can see 11:41 0 minutes ago. And here I have the complete Excel file. Okay, so it is not displaying completely, but yeah, we have the complete file with us as we saw. So this is how you can use UiPath and build a project, or you can say use case, and this can actually be implemented as well. So if the placement department wants to use it of your college, you can propose it in your college that there is this kind of system where we can use the directly the data from students and screen it and send it to the email ID we want. So thank you for watching the complete video. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Parth Doshi Learning by Doing, to learn something new every day. I hope you gained some knowledge through these videos, and make sure you check out the UiPath form playlist to learn more interesting things on UiPath forms. Thank you.